Well, the thing is, the Bible's not essentially a European text. It doesn't come from Europe originally. It's a multilingual text from the beginning, but it's taken up in European society over many centuries as kind of the word of God in some sense. And it was that kind of package of ideas that colonists transmitted to the colonies, that they brought with them. So in my book, I talk about the Bible as one of the cultural artifacts that travels along the tracks of empire. So along with, you know, guns and certain kinds of seeds and diseases and all those kinds of things, the Bible is part of the baggage, if you like, of that kind of imperial expansion. But it doesn't come kind of clean, so to speak. It comes with all the baggage of its long history in Europe. And in Europe, it was already very much a contested text by the time the British brought it here. So, for example, when James Cook got back to England after his first voyage in the Endeavour, some people read his journals and said, oh my goodness, there are all these people down there in the world that we've never heard of, that aren't mentioned in the Bible. Maybe it's not this big universal text that explains the whole world. And yet other people read it and said, oh my goodness, there's all these people we've never heard of. We need to tell them about Jesus Christ. And so it kind of amplified skepticism for some people, and it amplified missionary enthusiasm for another set of people in the same society. And so the Bible arrives with all of this noise around it with the British colonists in the late 18th century. And I think that is really key to the way the Bible has been taken up and argued with and debated by Australians ever since. Processing the European baggage is no small task. But also then what do you do when it comes as part of an enterprise that involves the takeover of Aboriginal land, the creation of a settler colony, the displacement of Indigenous people, all those kinds of things. The Bible is wrapped up with almost every debate in colonial society, including between cultures. And yet it's not just the property of the Europeans who bring it. It crosses cultural boundaries, and Indigenous people from very early on have their own encounters with it and make their own conclusions about it. And I think they've been really important for Australia too.